Today, I'm at Windsor Castle in London, England. Let's go see if it looks the same way it did in The Crown.
Take me back to the days that you and I didn't bother wish on shooting stars. London, London, London is calling. Remember the days of our rebel hearts. Those were the best times of rock and roll. London, London, London is calling. Take me back to the days that you and I didn't bother wish on shooting stars.
Hello, y'all. I'm Miss World, also known as Casey, and my goal is to show you how to travel around the world in style and on a budget. Windsor Castle was built by William the Conqueror in 1070. Windsor is both the oldest and the largest occupied castle on the planet. It is still used as a royal residence by the royal family of England. Henry VIII lived here at one time, along with 38 other kings and queens of England. Charles I was held here against his will shortly before he was executed, and James IV, who was the father of the famous Princess in the Tower and brother of Richard III, built the beautiful St. George's Chapel. It is the final resting place of many British monarchs, including Elizabeth II. It is also where Prince Harry married Meghan Markle, and where the then future Charles III married his mistress, Camilla Bowles Parker. Windsor was the primary residence of Queen Victoria, and Elizabeth II played here as a child. Windsor is on the outskirts of London, somewhat near Heathrow Airport, and it is definitely worth going to see. Some parts of the castle are inaccessible to us non-royals, but the areas you can visit are stunning. Tickets are about $35 per person, which gives you access to all visitor areas, including St. George's Chapel when the royal family is not at home. When they are at home, some parts of the castle, including the chapel, may be closed to visitors. You can always tell whether or not the monarch is present by looking for the royal standard. If you see this flag soaring high on the roof of the castle, the monarch is present. In the castle itself, you can visit the state apartments. This area of the castle includes ceremonial and historic staterooms, where past monarchs entertained important guests and lived their lives. It is, as the British would say, quite posh. From floor to ceiling, these rooms are incredibly lavish. There is art everywhere. Paintings on display at the castle include the famous equestrian portrait of Charles I, artworks by Dutch masters like Van Dyck, portraits from the famed royal painter Hans Holbein, and works by Italian Renaissance artists. It is stunning, and it's only one part of the attraction. St. George's Chapel is also immensely impressive. Construction began on it in 1475, and 11 former monarchs are buried here. Along with Elizabeth II, you can pay your respects to her father George VI, Henry VIII, and the ill-fated Charles I. Windsor is, in a word, stunning. It is also the castle from which the current royal family took its name. They changed their name from Hanover to Windsor shortly after World War I because Hanover is a German name and Windsor sounds as British gets. The strong anti-German sentiment of the day at the time prompted royals to make the change so as not to remind the world of their own German heritage. If you are here on the right day at the right time, you can witness the changing of the guard. They do a ceremony here similar to the more famous change at Buckingham Palace, and I actually got a much better view of the ceremony at Windsor than at Buckingham, so I do recommend seeing this. I did a video about the changing of the guard and how this became a thing at all, and I talk about 3 different guard ceremonies you can see in London, so be sure to check that out if you want to know more. Windsor is about 45 minutes away from Buckingham Palace, which is right in the heart of London. You can take the subway, also known as the Underground and the Tube, to go find it on your own. There are also many day trip and half day trip packages that include Windsor Castle, so you have many options to get here. It's well worth it. Check out my entire London playlist to find more places to go and things to do inside and just outside the city to make your trip to London perfect. Thank you for watching, and thank you for taking the journey with me. Now, Voyager, sail forth to seek and find.